If you are old enough, you need to listen to this advice from a wise old woman. There was once a woman who thought that when old age came, life would slow down and everything she loved would fade into the background. She had faced many challenges, raising children, managing a household, and even dealing with health issues. But one day, she realized something that changed her entire perspective. After weathering the ups and downs, she understood that age is just a number and that life doesn't stop unless you allow it to. She discovered that with resilience, wisdom, and a focus on the simple joys, we can continue to live fully at any age. Let me introduce you to this remarkable woman. She has lived a long, rich life, filled with both struggles and triumphs. From raising her children and working tirelessly to navigate health challenges, she's learned the value of perseverance and self-care. Over time, her experiences gave her a deep understanding not only of herself, but also of the world around her. Now, after years of living with purpose and mindfulness, she's ready to share the lessons only time and real-life experience can teach. In this video, we're going to share the advice this wise woman has gathered over the years, practical, meaningful advice that you can apply to your own life. These aren't just theoretical ideas, they're everyday tips that can make a real difference. Whether it's about health, relationships, or personal growth, you'll see how small changes can bring big improvements. So stay with us and ask yourself, what small step can you take today to create more joy, health, and peace in your life? Let's explore this wisdom together and create a future full of meaning, no matter what stage of life you're in. Number 1. Health. As you grow older, one of the most valuable pieces of advice you can receive is to prioritize your health, both physical and mental. A wise woman once said, "Your health is your greatest wealth." And this couldn't be truer, especially as we age. At any point in life, staying healthy is key. But for those in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, it becomes even more essential. The body changes, and what once felt easy can start to feel like a challenge. But this is precisely why it's so important to remain active, whether it's a simple walk every day, joining a light exercise class, or finding small ways to keep moving around the house. Staying physically engaged as you age is critical. As Buddha wisely noted, the body is precious. It is our vehicle for awakening. Treat it with care. By keeping your body active, you're not only protecting your physical health, but also nurturing your mental well-being. Regular movement helps maintain muscle strength, balance, and coordination, which are vital to staying independent. It also reduces the risk of chronic illnesses like heart disease and diabetes, conditions that tend to surface more frequently as we age. Even something as small as stretching in the morning or walking to the store can contribute significantly to your health. Just as important as staying active is learning how to nourish your body in a way that supports its changing needs. Our metabolism slows as we get older, and foods that we once loved might no longer serve us in the same way. The wise woman shared, "I no longer eat as many sweets as I did when I was younger. Instead, I've learned to love the natural sweetness of fruits, and it has given me more energy." This reflects a crucial point. Adjusting your diet to suit your aging body is a form of self-care. As you age, your body requires fewer calories but higher quality nutrients. Cutting back on sugary snacks and processed foods in favor of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can make a world of difference. Staying hydrated is also key, as dehydration can contribute to fatigue, confusion, and other health problems. Buddha's teachings emphasize simplicity and balance, and when applied to diet, this means choosing foods that nourish your body and give you energy without unnecessary extras. Proper nutrition keeps your mind sharp, your energy steady, and your body functioning optimally, helping you to feel your best every day. In the context of today's fast-paced, convenience-driven world, these small lifestyle adjustments can seem daunting, but they are worth the effort. After all, health is the foundation upon which the rest of your life is built. As the saying goes, it is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver. The more care and attention you give to your physical and mental well-being now, the more you will reap the benefits as you continue to age. This doesn't mean you have to completely overhaul your life or adopt drastic measures. Instead, focus on making small, sustainable changes, like incorporating a daily walk or replacing sugary desserts with a piece of fruit. These simple actions can have a profound impact over time. In the end, the advice from the wise old woman is clear. Listen to your body, stay active, and fuel yourself with what truly nourishes you. Your body is a reflection of how you treat it, and by making mindful choices, you can ensure that it remains strong and capable as you continue on your life's journey. As Buddha said, to enjoy good health, to bring true happiness to one's family, to bring peace to all, one must first discipline and control one's own mind. By taking care of your health, you are not only looking after yourself, but also enhancing your ability to enjoy the time you spend with others. Number 2. Relationships. If you're old enough to be hearing this, then you need to listen closely to some wise advice about relationships from a woman who has walked this path before. Relationships are one of the most important parts of life, no matter how old you are, but as we age, they become even more critical. A wise woman once said, "As my children grew up and left home, I realized that staying connected with them and expanding my social circle wasn't just a nice thing to do. It was essential for my well-being." This is a reminder that the bonds we form with family, family friends, and even neighbors are vital to keeping our spirits high and maintaining our mental health. As we get older, our social circles often shrink due to life circumstances. Children move away, friends might relocate or pass on, and it's easy to feel like the world is getting smaller. But that doesn't mean your heart should shrink along with it. It's important to reach out and maintain those connections, whether it's scheduling regular calls with your children or grandchildren, or making a point to engage with neighbors and old friends. These interactions keep you grounded, give you a sense of belonging, and remind you that you're not alone in this journey. Have you ever thought about how Buddha himself emphasized the importance of companionship? He said, "A good friend, who is wise and virtuous, is the whole of the spiritual life." In today's context, this idea translates into the need for meaningful relationships that nurture us and keep us connected. It's not just about family, though they're a big part of it, but also about the friendships you can build later in life. Perhaps joining a senior club, volunteering, or even just starting a casual conversation with your neighbor can lead to new, fulfilling relationships. You might be surprised by how these small actions can prevent feelings of isolation and loneliness. If there's one thing the wise old woman learned, it's that reaching out and forming new connections isn't just possible, it's crucial. The warmth of another person's company is something that nourishes the soul, even if it's just for a few moments. But what about those days when loneliness feels overwhelming, when it seems like there's no one around who understands what you're going through? For many older adults, loneliness can be a significant challenge. It's easy to think, "I don't want to bother anyone," or "no one has time for me." But those thoughts can keep you stuck in isolation. Buddha shared a story once about a man who lived alone in a forest, content with his solitude, but still yearning for connection. One day, a wise friend visited him and said, "The forest is peaceful, but even the trees speak to one another through the wind. Do not isolate yourself from the world, for it is through others that we truly grow." In the same way, isolating yourself will only deepen those feelings of loneliness. Joining a senior group or participating in community activities can offer the opportunity to meet new people and engage in conversations that lift your spirits. It's amazing what simply talking to someone, a neighbor, a friend, or even a fellow volunteer, can do to shift your mood and brighten your day. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you made a new friend or reconnected with an old one? How did that make you feel? Reaching out doesn't just benefit others. It has a profound impact on your own sense of well-being. Human beings are wired for connection. Relationships are like a mirror. They reflect back to us who we are and what we are capable of. So if you find yourself feeling lonely or disconnected, remember that there are countless ways to rebuild and nurture relationships, whether it's with family, friends, or new acquaintances. Even small gestures like sending a message, making a phone call, or inviting someone for coffee can change the course of your day and theirs. At the end of the day, the wise woman's message is clear. Relationships are the glue that holds our lives together, especially as we age. They keep us connected to the world and remind us that we are never truly alone. Take this advice to heart. Maintain your connections with those you love, but also be open to creating new relationships that enrich your life. Ask yourself, what can you do today to build a deeper connection with someone in your life? The lesson here is simple but powerful. You are never too old to make a new friend, and you are never too alone to reach out and connect with others. These relationships are a source of joy, comfort, and strength as you continue on your path. Number 3. Financial planning. If you are old enough to be considering life after retirement, then you need to hear this advice from a wise old woman. She speaks from experience, having lived through the transition from working life to retirement, and she understands how important it is to carefully plan for this stage. Retirement isn't just the end of work, she says. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one that requires just as much attention and care. Financial planning after retirement can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. The wise woman began by setting a clear budget, understanding that her income would be different from the steady paycheck she once relied on. I had to get used to living within my means, she recalls, but it taught me the value of prioritizing my spending on things that truly mattered. She shares that making a budget helped her feel more in control of her life. Have you taken the time to sit down and work out what your financial needs will be in the years ahead? By planning, she ensured she had enough for her essentials, while also allowing herself a little extra for the things she enjoyed. Because retirement is not just about surviving, it's about living fully and wisely. One of the most important lessons she shares is the importance of investing safely. Retirement can feel like a balancing act where you want your money to last, but also grow. The key she found was to invest conservatively, choosing safe, reliable options over risky ventures. It's tempting to try and grow your money fast, but at this stage in life, stability is far more valuable than quick gains, she advises. And this makes sense. Why take on unnecessary risks when you can make careful choices that secure your future? Buddha once said, "The wise ones are ever meditative and steadfastly persevering alone." Experience nirvana, the incomparable freedom from bondage. In financial terms, this teaches us that patience, persistence, and wisdom lead to security and peace of mind. The wise woman applied this wisdom to her investments, ensuring that she would never be in a position of financial insecurity. But financial planning goes beyond managing money for yourself. The wise woman also emphasizes the importance of managing your assets with an eye toward your loved ones. Estate planning, making sure you have a will, a living trust, or other necessary legal documents, is an act of love, ensuring that the people you care about won't have to face unnecessary challenges when the time comes. It wasn't easy to think about, she admits, but I knew that by taking care of these details now, I was sparing my family from potential confusion and heartache later. Have you thought about how you want your assets to be handled when you're no longer here? This might seem like a difficult conversation to have with yourself, but it's one of the most important steps you can take to protect your loved ones. Setting up these plans gives you peace of mind and gives them security, knowing that your wishes will be honored. Managing your finances after retirement is about more than just numbers. It's about creating a life of stability, security, and peace. By setting a budget, investing wisely, and preparing legal documents, the wise woman crafted a future that allowed her to enjoy her retirement without constant worry. Have you begun to plan in the same way? It's never too early or too late to start thinking about these things. Buddha also teaches that peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. In the same way, financial peace comes from planning within, not from external gains or material wealth. The wise woman's story reminds us that by taking the right steps now, we can ensure that the future, both for ourselves and our loved ones, will be one of comfort and stability. So as you reflect on your own journey toward retirement, ask yourself, what steps can I take today to create the financial peace I want for tomorrow? These small but significant actions can make all the difference in your golden years, providing you with the freedom to live the life you've always wanted. After hearing this wise woman's advice on financial planning for retirement, do you agree that setting a budget and investing wisely are key steps toward financial peace in your golden years? If so, comment yes or number 1 below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on how you're preparing for a secure and fulfilling retirement. Number 4, personal development. If you're old enough to hear this advice, it's time to listen to the wisdom of a woman who has lived a full life. She reminds us that aging isn't the end of learning or personal growth. In fact, she believes that growing older is the perfect time to discover new passions and develop skills that keep the mind sharp and the heart full of joy. I started learning a new language when I turned 65, she shares. At first I was hesitant, thinking maybe I was too old for something new, but the truth is, it brought a fresh sense of purpose to my days. Her story is a powerful reminder that there's no age limit on learning. Whether it's picking up a new language, trying your hand at painting, or attending a community class, these activities stimulate the brain and create opportunities to connect with others. This woman's journey into lifelong learning reflects the timeless Buddhist wisdom. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. By challenging yourself to learn new skills, you stay mentally active, curious, and engaged with the world around you. In addition to learning new skills, the wise woman emphasizes the importance of finding new interests. As we grow older, retirement and the later years in life often provide the time and space to explore hobbies that you may not have had the chance to pursue before. When I stopped working, she says, I discovered a passion for gardening. It started small, but now my garden is my sanctuary. This story highlights how discovering a new hobby can bring not only pleasure, but a deeper sense of fulfillment. Hobbies give us the chance to explore different sides of ourselves, helping us find joy in the simple, everyday activities of life. Finding new interests isn't just about keeping busy. It's about enriching your soul and bringing more meaning to your days. Buddha once taught, in the sky, there is no distinction of east and west. People create distinctions out of their own minds and then believe them to be true. In the same way, we can create barriers for ourselves, believing that aging limits our ability to grow. But the truth is, we are free to explore new horizons at any time. The wise woman also shares personal stories of how she transformed her health and energy by embracing new habits. I used to be set in my ways, she admits, but as I got older, I realized I needed to change. I started walking every day and switched to a healthier diet. I'm more energized now than I was 20 years ago. Her experience is a testament to the idea that change even in the later stages of life, can bring vitality and a renewed sense of purpose. These stories resonate deeply with us because they show that it's never too late to make a difference in your own life. By taking small, deliberate steps toward growth, whether through health, learning, or hobbies, you can continue to thrive in modern life. We're often told that youth is the prime time for learning and adventure. But the wise woman's life shows us something different. She teaches us that personal development doesn't stop when we retire. In fact, it can accelerate if we open ourselves to new experiences. Have you ever thought about what new skills or hobbies might bring more joy and meaning to your life? It's worth reflecting on, because by embracing new interests, you can create a life that feels rich with possibility at any age. Remember, as Buddha said, the only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. So, what are you waiting for? There's a world of opportunities waiting for you to explore, no matter how old you are. By continuing to learn and grow, you're giving yourself the chance to enjoy life in ways you never imagined possible. Take a lesson from this wise woman and step boldly into the next chapter of your life, ready to discover what new passions and interests await. Number 5, message. If you're old enough to hear this, then take a moment to listen to the wisdom of a woman who has lived her life fully and learned many valuable lessons along the way. She wants you to know that no matter your age, you can always choose how to live each day, and that choice is what shapes the quality of your life. She often says, age is just a number. What truly matters is how we choose to live each day. This statement is a reminder that our attitudes and actions define our experience of life, not the number of candles on our birthday cake. The wise woman emphasizes that life is about embracing every moment with joy, health, and love, no matter how old you are. By staying engaged with the world around you, nurturing meaningful relationships, and always being open to learning, you can create a beautiful, fulfilling future for yourself. In fact, she shared how one of the most transformative lessons she learned came from the Buddhist teaching that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. This realization led her to reshape her outlook on aging. Instead of seeing growing older as a decline, she viewed it as an opportunity to grow in wisdom, to deepen her connections with loved ones, and to cultivate peace and happiness in her life. Have you ever paused to reflect on how your thoughts shape your experiences? If you view aging as a burden, it might feel like one. But if you see it as a chance to enjoy a new phase of life, you'll likely find more joy and meaning in each day. This wise woman encourages you to take control of your mindset and see each day as a fresh opportunity to make your life richer and more meaningful. One of her favorite stories is of a Buddhist monk who spent his entire life practicing mindfulness, saying, "Every day is a good day." When someone asked him how that could be true, he explained that it wasn't about what happened in the day, but about how he chose to experience it. The same can be said for us. As we grow older, it's not about what life throws at us, but about how we choose to respond to it. How do you choose to see your days? Do you greet each one with gratitude and openness, or do you focus on the challenges? This is a powerful question to consider because it changes the way you interact with the world. As we move forward together, remember that it's never too late to start living the life you want. The wise woman reminds us that with every sunrise, there's an opportunity to make a fresh start. Whether it's reconnecting with an old friend, picking up a new hobby, or simply appreciating the quiet moments, there's always something to look forward to. Life, after 50, 60, or 70, is still full of potential if you allow yourself to see it that way. As you reflect on this message, consider what small step you can take today to bring more joy, love, and fulfillment into your life. At the end of the day, the wise woman leaves us with this wish: wishing you all health, joy, and love in your life. Remember, age is just a number. What matters is how we choose to live each day. Let's create a beautiful future together. These words are a reminder that your life is in your hands and you have the power to make it wonderful, no matter how old you are. Embrace the journey, stay connected, and choose happiness every day. What will you do today to live a life filled with health, joy, and love? As we come to the end of this video, remember the valuable lessons shared by the wise woman. Age is just a number, and how we choose to live each day is what truly matters. Whether it's focusing on your health, nurturing relationships, or embracing new opportunities for growth, these small steps can make a big difference in your life. If you found this advice helpful, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who could benefit from it, and subscribe to Life After 6 for more wisdom and inspiration. And be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and let's continue creating a beautiful future together.